Good afternoon, brethren. As we approach the biggest day in the provincial calendar, I will be releasing 4 short videos in the countdown to Provincial Grand Lodge. In our first episode, I have the pleasure of interviewing our Provincial Grand Master, Right Worshipful Brother David Maskell, on his thoughts on Provincial Grand Lodge with a few short questions. Welcome, David, and thank you for taking your time to take part in this interview.
Thank you, Callum. Delighted to be here and to take part in these interviews.
I'm just going to ask you a few short questions. So if you're ready, let's get started.
Fire away.
Okay, so what does Provincial Grand Lodge mean to you?
I think the Provincial Grand Lodge meeting each year is a great opportunity for the province to come together and to celebrate all that is good with Freemasonry in Cornwall. It's a showpiece for the province. One thing I love about Freemasonry is the pomp and the ceremony, and perhaps wrongly, but I also see it as a little bit of an opportunity for us as a province to show off a little to our neighbours. But it's a great showcase for our province. That's what it really means to me.
Brilliant. I totally agree on the pomp. How do you feel about your role this year?
Well, obviously, I am honoured and very proud to be the Provincial Grand Master. And as I've said on many occasions, whilst I do lead Freemasonry in Cornwall, it is very much part of a team. I think the highlights for me of the Provincial Grand Lodge meeting are being able to reward and thank the brethren, reward them with the appointments and promotions, to meet with them personally, and to be able to put the collar on their shoulders, to shake their hands, and to thank them for their hard work. And I think it's also one of the big highlights for me to be able to confer my certificate of service to Masonry to the chosen brethren for this year, all of whom have worked so hard for our province over many years.
Perfect. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's going to be newly promoted as a provincial officer, what would it be?
I think that's quite simple. It's enjoy your year in office. Again, something you hear me say on a regular basis, we must enjoy what we do, otherwise, why bother? And as in all things Masonic, the year as an active officer will pass very quickly. So it's important that those officers do make the most of it, get out and about, visit, and take part in being part of the province. They will make great friendships in that year, friendships that will last a lifetime. And I think it's reassuring to see the bond that exists between other year cohorts that continue for many years. And I think that is the one thing that these new officers can really get out of their active years.
Yeah, great advice. Thank you. What is your most memorable moment in your provincial officer journey?
I think for me, it would have to be being installed as Provincial Grand Master by the Assistant Grand Master in 2022. That was a hugely memorable day for me, quite an emotional day, but one that I can still remember very clearly. But equally, I can still remember my initiation. Um, can't remember everything that happened that day, but I can still remember that. And I also remember receiving my first provincial rank in 2009 when I was appointed as Provincial Assistant Grand Director of Ceremonies. But overall, it would have to be being appointed as the Provincial Grand Master.
Of course, and I'd be surprised if it wasn't that one, to be honest. But I have to ask. Do you have any thoughts for the brethren of the province?
I was delighted this year that we have been able to increase the dining numbers for the provincial luncheon. We have plenty of numbers at the school, but it's great that the Penventon have been able to accommodate us to let us have more numbers, and even more reassuring that the brethren of the province want to attend. And it's wonderful to see these numbers growing and the demand growing. I think that the brethren must remember that Provincial Grand Lodge is open to all Master Masons, and all Master Masons are able to attend, not just provincial officers. But really, I'm looking forward to a great meeting on Saturday. I'd like to thank all the brethren of our wonderful province for their support during the year, and I'm sure we'll have a fantastic meeting. Hopefully the weather will be slightly better than last year, but it'll be a great day, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Excellent. Thank you, David, again for taking the time for this interview and insight for the brethren. Good luck on Saturday, and I hope you have a very successful year.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Thank you.